looking at something that I've been looking at for a while, Amazon. And there's a couple games that I noticed that between like the end of November, I guess to say, up to right now, are sold out. And there's a tip I want to give to anybody who like, oh, they're sold out, the fear of FOMO. Dude, there's a lot of Nintendo Switch games I don't got actually the first prints to, or I don't even have a copy of, like AAA party games. I should have maybe bought a copy of the Mario game or one of those Zeldas, at least the first print, yo. So just food for thought to y'all. Like, I'm not paying the $100 or $150 for the copy. Um, there's a couple games I'm noticing like that are like they haven't been out for too long. One of them is Gal Guardians. Wait a month or 2 months, and I think they're gonna get a reshipment of this stuff. I don't think it's sold out. I think that it's just we came into the month of November and December where like mailing stuff just takes a little longer right now. So give a little month or two, maybe 3 months, and Pocky Rocket Restaurant was sold out on Amazon for a minute, yo. And then just a couple months ago, they I guess got a blast shipment of it where they were selling it for $11.50. Okay, so everybody who the Gal Guardian sold out. Oh, I think this game's going up in price. What happens? What happens when they want? Yo, bro, the game just came out. They're going to get a reshipment of it, and that's when it's gonna go right back down in price. So I'm telling y'all, for me behalf, like it's a couple games, and then games I think went down to $20 or something. I'm gonna hold out. Hopefully, if I'm wrong, we'll see. We'll see if it doesn't pop up forever and ever. But if I'm right, you're gonna want to see in a sell with a couple of them games when they come back into stock. You're gonna because a couple of them games did not officially hit the $20 mark and whatnot. Um, and I think it might happen. Once I see like a restock of it, I think it's gonna might wind up happening. If it do, that's when I'm gonna jump on it and spend maybe 100 $200 buying some copies or whatever. So if you want to get the closest whiff of FOMO, it's like it hasn't got back in stock for a year. Then I'm gonna say maybe okay, like maybe you could get the hint from that one, but like that happened out of a lot of objects. That happened maybe with a game or two, maybe to say a couple games. That was like I guess low print, but that definitely happened with the Pocky Rocky. They were sold out. It was maybe only a place or two that was selling it, and then boom, they got like a super big shipment, and people bought like 9,000. It was like not to say 9,000 copies, but it was like a listing of well over 4,000 copies sold like really quick in that little couple months. That I wasn't shocked either. It was a great deal, and I was shocked that didn't happen with the Ninja Saviors, actually. That if it do, you're gonna see that I want to getting 10 copies of that too. So like I don't see the super influx of another couple games like super selling out, but so we're gonna see what happens. I'm still holding out. That's the one thing I like about one of the Twitter pick accounts, and the little running meme that's been going on for years of Braveheart, if that's the name of the movie. The hold, yo, just hold, bro, just hold, cause a real turnaround is, and I like that they said I think somebody said that on the show earlier. It's 20-25 years, y'all. It really is 15, 20 to 25 years. You could see like another turnaround going on. Like they say that Japan supposedly might be starting to get hit with what's going on around the world with their products, and prices going up, prices going up. So either you keep up with the Joneses or not. Like, for my behalf, um, I'm in another genre of things I'm interested in trying to acquire. And pardon me for 1 second while I clean my eyes, please. Um, I'm happy for one, I guess, to say I jumped on it whenever I got my little scratch of a itch to dabble with it. I would definitely say 1,000%. Um, that rabbit hole goes very deep, y'all. And the best way I could tell you to really know what's going on is not by YouTube, y'all. It's by research, and blessedly whoever might post some content or something showing about that object on, blessing. Blessing to that. But it's more gonna be in text format, if you are able to gain the information. So your search engines is hiding information from y'all. And it's whack. Like an answer to a question you could want right now, like how to clean your nose, clean your eyes, cure something, whatever. It could be on a web page right now, and your American search engine is blocking you from seeing that context, and that's fucking whack. Like, so certain people basically are accessible through certain forms of software, I assume, or a combination of hardware that they can just type up in one search engine and be accessible to it. But for you, you would have to manually do more than two, three things, really like one or two things, to at least be able to have a more open source of it's funny because they try to consider it, oh, you could get hacked or blah 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 la la la. But in truth, it's like have your computer just for data, just to learn shit maybe. Don't have the object, maybe an object or two that you purchase stuff from. Don't connect it to your Wi-Fi. The end. And whenever you might, let's say, connect it to it, if there's any way to reset the information, so if it ever is to be hacked, that information was already like cleaned out from a minute ago of searches of whatever. So I just figured out like a week ago that our search engines are hiding information from us, like dramatically hiding information. That's whack. So hold out, hold out. If you see it, so well, it even goes for GameStop. There's a couple times where I seen things sold out, and then all of a sudden they have some whole other shipment of it. So I would advise just hold out. GameStop has been very funny for the past year, if not longer, right now, business wise, and I haven't really engaged with them for a good couple months, business wise. The last time they did a 4 for 40, I didn't even buy from that one. That was the first of a couple 4 for 40s or whatever sale that they had. That is the last one they did, and this was months ago. I didn't buy from that one. They didn't really have anything I was interested in. And like shockingly, they did do a 4 for 40 for the Black Friday, or just, they haven't did a 4 for 40 right now for Black Friday or into December, which I thought was interesting. So, 4 for 40 right now for Black Friday or into December, which I thought was interesting. So, 4 for 40 right now for Black Friday or into December, which I thought was interesting. So, 4 for 40 right now for Black Friday or into December, which I thought was interesting. So I have not bought from them for, I don't know, 6 or 7 months now, to be honest with you. Like the other day, close, baby, I was about to maybe purchase something from them, but I really just don't want to deal with the headache of their objects anymore. I'm kind of like um done with that. And there's something else new in the news that I noticed nobody's talking about. Like I'm making like the Seinfeld. If anybody ever watched Seinfeld, and this is some Seinfeld shit, y'all. Barnes and Nobles is closing down a lot of physical stores. Who's Barnes Nobles? Barnes and Nobles owns GameStop. Barnes and Nobles are closing down some of their main stores in the country. Like stores that have been out maybe longer than Funkoland. So I'm talking about the whole history of Funkoland into GameStop. They're closing down. You can search, look it up in search. They are closing down businesses. If they're closing down Barnes and Nobles, GameStop is definitely next. Now, for people who think, oh, that's gonna be the perfect time to clearance and things that GameStop got junk right now. I don't. I personally, me. So anybody's gonna act like whenever GameStop shut down, oh, look at some of the stuff I got from these GameStops that closed down. Yo, that shit is junk, yo. That shit is junk. Now, whoever could get to the warehouse, that might be spicy. Whenever GameStop officially have a liquidation of their warehouses, that's the auction I would go to. Cause then that's the one that can have like stockpile of GameCube or like whatever kind of interest. They could maybe have some stockpile of stuff in those warehouses. They could have stuff collecting dust that's unlisted in those warehouses, so that could be interesting. But aside from stock, like dead stock and stuff, Barnes and Nobles is closing down, and I mean, like I think it was like more than 20, 30 stores. And the part I thought was most interesting was, like I'm saying to you again, there's stores that, if I'm right, existed longer than Funkoland, and they're the owners of GameStop. So, one thing I could say to you about Barnes and Nobles is that businesses, Amazon is basically the new Barnes and Nobles. The future of the same places that we used to buy stuff for these past 40 or 100 years is now the internet, y'all. And it's been the internet for like 10, 15 years, if not 20 years. It's the internet now. And a lot of people are still slow into getting into it. It's the internet. So, we'll see what happens when more news keeps breaking out about whatever transitions the owners of Barnes and Nobles is making. But I can say to anybody who liked GameStop, be happy that Barnes and Nobles acquired them or whatever. And Barnes and Nobles don't need your money. All the people who supported GameStop. You see how there's a movie out right now, that GameStop stock thing or whatever, and all this millions of dollars people make? Barnes and Nobles don't need your money for the past 40 years. Maybe I'm bugging. Because quarterly it says that they make $1 billion or whatever. But once again, I'm saying to y'all, they're closing they're making a transition. So, physical copies are going to be a little bit more of an independent business, which has always kind of been sold by mom and pop stores. Yo, we're going back to a renter's future, and it's already been happening right now. People unconsciously have been just not understanding that they've been doing it. But when they're gonna finally notice it, and that's what a lot of people have been documenting, but a lot of people just don't know. They don't care to search and know about this information. By the time they're gonna know about this, it's in the next over the next 5 years. Is when things they want to go back to look at, they're tired of paying that dub for it. That's the fun. That's gonna be the funniest part. But that's what's gonna happen to a lot of people in the next couple of years. They ain't gonna want to stay paying that $20 for it. Like, yeah, they're gonna remember the time when you could have bought that for $5. Like, yo, this is kind of crazy. I'm buying this like every other couple years when I want to watch it for a dub or whatever. And in truth, I could have bought it years ago for $1. A lot of people are gonna whack themselves in the heads for not buying DVDs. Let's just say with the movie and going to the movie range, bro. A lot of people are gonna kick themselves in the butt about stuff like that later down the line. Um, but yo, okay, here's another way I'll go about it to y'all about fear of missing out. Like, let's say there's like 20 games now, whatever. I might have not bought, missed out. They're sold out. They're expensive. I didn't buy them. I got a bunch of bangers that later down the line, if I wanted to bust off that second, third copy of them, could go and buy those later down the line, even whatever price they're at. So I'm not even worried. Like, I'm getting my hands on gem shmups right now that I know is gonna jump up later down the line. Nah, I'm not even worried. I'm not even trying. Like, it's not easy really to get your hands on copies and copies and copies and copies and copies. But I'm trying to jump into another realm that if I could lock into that, I'll stick with that, dude. And when it comes to getting video games, I guess I'll just I'm gonna probably just acquire myself one copy. But I found the realm and maybe dealing with video games, maybe that if I could acquire to make some proper deals, I'm gonna just stay in that format of selling and maybe just collect little singular video games here and there for self. But it's too much. It is too much, and I gotta get to another bag so I can have the money to burn to get to at least it might be like 300 games, 400 games right now that I'm just finding out about, and I would like to buy them, and so I could get that out the way and keep it pushing. Cause to keep it a buck, once I get that list, that'll dub me looking for anything for like any modern day consoles for the rest of my days. I found the one category where you don't need to wait for PS5, PS6, PS10. And in that category, as long as you stay collecting there, you're ahead of the game for the rest of your life. There's still demo and developer disc out there, y'all. So a lot of people think that the only thing is prototype cartridges. No, there's prototype CDs. There's a whole 30 years now. There's prototype floppy disk. And I still haven't I just started realizing that. Any format video games is made on, there's a prototype. So there has to be a prototype floppy disk to Mario. To all three of them. For the Nintendo. For all those Nintendo games, there has to be a prototype floppy disk. And it's not just a cartridge. The cartridge is a prototype of the transfer of the data. But the prototype originally is built on a computer. So I think it's very interesting. I still haven't seen one of those yet. And people talking about that. They keep dumping ROMs from a cartridge when I'm going to tell you the original ROM should be a floppy disk. and in that ROM is gonna open up. Is gonna open up like in a file format. It's not gonna open up like a video game. It's gonna open up in a file format, and you can maybe execute to play the video game, or you can execute to manipulate the project, whatever you want to do with it, because it's still it's like a file. It's the project file of the game, and I can only imagine how much does that cartridge, how much, because when people try to act like that, grade 9.5 or 10 of Mario, all these millions of dollars, nah, it's a fucking missing floppy disk right now, and that's the millions of dollars. I don't think it should be one floppy disk either. It should be multiple floppy disks because it was a team work. All these games is always a team working on the project. So we don't got time for one person to have the floppy disk. Prototype, and there are prototype CDs. I think from PS1 all the way up to the PS3, if I'm correct. There are prototype CDs. But I'm gonna tell you, it goes deeper. The CDs I'm talking about, or floppy disk, is deeper than the thing that they show that you can see publicly on eBay, or people are buying, or they're buying in auctioning, or whatever. Is deeper than that, and I haven't seen what I'm talking about yet. I'm just making stuff up to y'all, but it should be realistic. There should be prototype floppy disk, and maybe, which I mean, respectably, it makes sense that the original creators kept those floppy disks. So when people thinking that they getting their hands on the hard drives, I'm not like, some when people be buying computers and it had like maybe one of the like it has certain game, it can have a game on it, a prototype game, whatever. I believe these people got a whole storage of all these prototypes and everything. They got it. It's not getting lost. The ones that get into public hands is it's like public distribution maybe, but I don't think none of those is lost. Those prototypes. Those prototypes. If anybody ever seen the movie Terminator 2, when the developer of the first robot arm like opened up the room and showed them where that arm is at, I think they got all those prototypes in a well kept space. That's those are the original IPs. Is those prototypes. That is the original. The game could be super defective. It doesn't matter. That is the creation. So you don't even see. I haven't even seen a picture of this kind of stuff I'm talking about. I'm making this stuff up, y'all. But I assume it's realistic because there's a form of CDs I'm coming across now that if you do research on the internet, you can get a little bit of information about these kind of CDs that I am finding now. I'm late to the party. But I know for a fact, anybody who's a smart collector, and if they came across those same TDs that I'm talking about right now, they acquired them already, as many of them as possible. Because I think those is very good game CDs to buy. And they're not for no console, they're for the computer. Multi-genre games, these CDs I'm talking about. But it's... what kind of CDs these are, I consider special. So it's all about researching. That's the main key, I would definitely say. It's all about researching, patience. Forget about FOMO. Definitely, man. Forget the FOMO. And it's the power of possession and the decision of how you want to value that possession. That's the game of life, y'all. Like, if anything was ever crazy crazier that happened about buying properties in America or whatever, and the value. The ball of the court is like how I'm saying is the power of how much people want to decide how much to tell you of value. So much people try to create stigmas with what I'm saying right there at that behalf. I'm telling you, it's factual. It's real. This is a real that yesterday's price ain't today's price thing, y'all. I don't know how serious it's gonna get in the future, but that yesterday price is today's price. It is applicable to it. The dude who bought the AIDS or the HIV medicine and raised it up to 500, if not more percent, and profited immediately off of that, doing that. It's real, and that's already that's not maybe more than 3 or 4 years ago. That story, it's real. It's been going on for a billion years already. So blessedly, your internet is a weapon. Is your secret weapon. I say to anybody, skin color, whatever you are, the computer is your secret weapon to tell you about. Like you have a conversation with me today, and if you can remember the words that came out of my mouth, and then go recite it back to the computer, you can see what is a lie or not coming out of my mouth. The computer is your secret weapon. It's not really as much as even, and that's how I like to live for myself, to show as prime example. It's don't go off word of my mouth. Take the words coming from my mouth and research it. All right. When you hear people just talking, all this whatever they're talking about, if you can't research it and see multiple sources to like kind of show a factual proof to that, keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Straight up. So for anybody who know, yo, bro, this thing right here is because of how I taught myself to talk and engage with people. So they giving me a form of an opportunity, I guess, in belief of my nobility, which I believe for myself, but it's in my hands. What was I, like 2 years old or whatever years old when this came out? It's like $200 and up. If I'd have had to stick for it, it'd been like three and change for that Star Wars figure. Multiple game watches that most people can't really get across America. I'm not searching for this stuff every day. That search was from a year ago, like 7 months to a year ago. I don't do this. I do research every day, information, learning, whatever. But Mr. B said that on a video one day. Every day that if I could speak to a different person and learn something new, keep tapped in, learning, or be stupid and talk about nothing. It is so difficult for you to kind of know what kind of information that some of this stuff is, but like, yo, this is the graphics on this stuff is fantastic, bro. Double-sided cover, that was dope too. But sorry, 1 second, please. Is this just a single sheet? I think it is a single sheet. Whatever. It's still a beautiful object. That's so funny. It would have been nice, but such a beautiful object. Yeah. Nah. Power people keeping secrets, right? I call those bums, y'all. I call those bums, and to be honest with you, people who keep secrets, you're a bum. People who hold secrets, hold information, take forever for people for you to learn. They're bums, yo. Blessed to Brad Summerall. Blessed to Sonny Henry to expose me to Brad Summerall, or other things that Sonny exposed me to. Brad Summerall, which my apologies if I'm saying your name out or whatever, whatever. He put me on. He put me and Sonny onto cryptocurrency. He put Sonny really, and I God bless and let me to be along amongst them on the cryptocurrency. I want to say it as much as in respect to who really deserved to be there first, and I feel like I deserve to be the second or whatever, whatever. When it was still under $100, and just how the individual was open to teach us of information and knowledge. Most people in life, the reason that you're not hearing it because they're stupid, y'all. That's it. Because they're stupid. Or they're always keeping stuff secret because they're stupid. They're limited. They're limited. Straight up. So, unfortunately, it's not fortunate. I feel blessed. My face is the face of the future, y'all. My face is what it looks like when you combine a white person to a black person. Period. And unfortunately, a lot of people from certain communities who aren't able to look like me, which is the face of the future, they're still going crazy over that. They're still not happy about that. Which the movie Cheech and Chong, he's one of those too. Chong, I think. Not Cheech Marin. Cheech Marin is Mexicano. The other one, Chong, he's mixed from Canada. You would think all your life seeing him, he was a Latino or whatever. No, that's what the combination. Black women can produce. Not talking about you need the sperm of that ethnicity. They could produce a light skinned Spanish child, a Chinese looking child, and any ethnicity. A white woman can produce a black child, a brown skinned black child. Yes, and it's still new to people, actually, y'all. For outside, for ethnicity from a community that will always see people birth to look this way, and then I give birth to a child that doesn't look like anything of my family. That is still new to people, but it's the future, and it's already been happening for a long time now. So I guess I'm just sidetracking, talking about whatever I feel like talking about, which is the purpose of my channel and who I am as an individual. I'm not here to talk about bullshit. Even if anybody want to consider what I'm talking about bullshit, I'll tell you 9 out of 10 of them. Nah, I'm talking about up to yo. Most of the people that I follow and follow me probably would kiss Joe Button's ass and kiss people's asses who got 500,000 following. They don't have rooms with fucking paintings on their walls, bro. You talking to the wrong dude here. I'm son of Sanford and Son. We're Puerto Rican, but I'm son of to let you know what I am. I'm son of Sanford and Son. Humble. I'm son of, you don't come to, I don't, Joe Buttons don't got rooms like this. Easy. You don't got, that's a real Keith Haring. You don't got Keith Harings. I had an Andy Warhol. Um, I got a Jewish artist that's a modern day artist behind where I'm pointing behind the couch right there. Been collecting dust for a minute. Um, shit, I'll flip the camera. Um, can I? Yeah, where's the camera flip? I found this the other day in the street, and this is like $100. This is from the 1970s. It's a toy chest, boxed up video game stuff. That's this is the Pokemon game, just boxed up stuff. Collecting dust. I got box. These are lamps that's like in like a rack each. These kind of lamps. I got and when I'm pointing like all the way under that's a bronze table under that shit. Like yo, bro, let's not even get into it. Let's not get into it. This is so a lot of people misconstrued about New York.
or different states of the country, I better read books. There's a lot of different levels out here, bro. There's a lot of levels out here. And none of this has to do with no selling drugs, no hood shit, none of that, yo. This is really about just sacrifice and humility. All right? That's a if somebody could anybody can understand that. A lot of people misconstrue New York and a person being millionaires and whatever for like that you can't just hear like, nah, my family members smoke crack or like one of my family members. Oh yes, people be ODing on heroin and crack and all that shit all over the world, y'all. Millionaire, billionaire, trillion, it doesn't fucking matter. You know, and God blessedly and sad that even happens to that and affects all our families. I never got to know my granddad. My granddad was a World War II vet, sergeant. I think like 2 tours in World War II. Sergeant. I think he was trained like he was training them some kind of like he was like a high position sergeant. Um, I don't know what to say double Purple Heart, but for a fact of Purple Heart, he was busting them things with having bullet holes in them. It's documented for from all the wars. Everybody, I don't know up to Desert Storm or modern day how they got working with still we're getting shot and still working, but that's what used to really happen back in the day, y'all. You might get hit 2 3 times and yo wrap me up, give me some morphine. We still squeezing this right now. So, but he passed away alcoholism. I never really got to know him. And alcohol is beyond century old demon drug that people need to stay away from. Thank God I never really messed with alcohol. I smoke maybe a little bit too much weed, but yo, alcohol is the devil, y'all. Like I'm telling y'all, that is the number one gate drug. Like I'm telling y'all, yo, bro, I never could mentally function with that. like when I was like out of a relationship a long time back and I was feeling sad and shit, and like, oh, like people try to tell you you need to go out more, you need to go out. So I'm a grown adult already, type stuff. I'm talking about years ago, and I would try to go out for a drink. I'm by myself or whatever, but try to go out drinks. You see, yo, bro, I was just more and more depressed for that shit, bro. I'm not fuck that shit. That's I personally it doesn't help me concentrate that object at all. Um I think shrooms is a therapeutic thing and you need to have the right proper people to be around when practicing that. And Curtis Blow, and I like you to know that these are the breaks. I created that line. I did that. It's very easy to what is the oh, okay. We still late night at the Apollo, Duke. It's showtime. Boom, doom, 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 doom. At the Apollo, it's showtime. Is there anybody live streams I could jack right now, yo? You already know how I get down. Deceitful. Who's doing lives at 2 in the morning? The Game Chasers. I need some of those. I need to take some of those streamers. Some Ninja Turtles. 509. Whoop-de-os. He got way more views than me on DBD. I love me some DBD. That's kind of cool. Yo, but it ain't. I really can't stand sometimes the internet. Oh, I wish I knew how to like fix my search engine so it could show me things I would want to look at. I don't see nothing I want to click on. Oh yeah. Mm. This is kind of weird. This is kind of a weird live stream I just found. Maybe I'm on to something. Maybe I'm on to something. See? I'm not like everybody. Bro, I'm on 1% of the internet, y'all. So I want to find a 1% kind of content, kind of
Simply
objects
call
and
me
things.
over to ESPN.
That's great news. Break it down for me.
The Bombers are the best in the business, blowing the roof off of this place.
Hey, if I got a prototype in my hand, what's the point? What's the point of still keeping it a secret? You not getting it. Like when I mean you not getting it is maybe only a certain amount of it, and now you got one. Like I'm not even looking for the next one, bro. Another one, bro. I'm not busting my brain. I'm not trying to go for 2.2 and all. So a lot of objects people be getting in their hands is like no purpose of keeping that a secret, bro. You know, the only thing I'll keep a secret is something I'm kind of still figuring it out myself. So I don't want you to bust my head before like right now. There's a couple objects I want, and them things ain't like. I wish I could have I might have had a better shot to get them in my hands from over these past 2-3 months. I'm buying PlayStation 1 stuff, and I'm a little upset, bro. Once I found out this other stuff, I don't know when I'm gonna see it. I don't know when is that gonna even pop up. That I'll get a whiff of that, and if so, if not, it is what it is too. Like I got this one disc that's just an expansion, and I need to get the original disc. Did I really want that disc? The game look like a banger. I'm the type of dude I'll buy 2 copies, especially if it's a reasonable price. So don't let that pop up for $5 or whatever, and it's like, dude, I'm buying that. Sorry, Duke, that's gonna pop up as sold out again if that happens under my watch. That is a genuine fact, bro, about how I get down. Banging game, cheap price. I'm getting 2 copies. I'll bust off the one pays off for 3 copies. You know how I do, baby. I just sold a book today. I just sold a couple things today, actually. So, and those couple things, actually, I sold, paid for a couple things I bought. And in reality, I'm selling most of that stuff. Every time I come around the city, bling, bling. I talk around my city, and I bling, bling. Secrets, bro. You're a bum if you guys... Yo, bro. Anybody who lives a life of secrets, you are a bum, yo. You are a bum. You learned well from your bum-ass family and ancestors. You are a bum that's meant to stay a bum. You're stupid. You're a peasant. You're a non-applicable to my life. You know? And you know it's one of the funniest things about life, y'all. You could beat if you could beat somebody to the punch by like telling them the truth of themselves, like things like that. That engagement is like immediately dubbed out. And you saved yourself time. Every time I come around the city, bling bling. I play off myself and I say my bling bling. It's not a fucking game. It's a war going on outside. And these drilly niggas want to play timeout. When niggas run down on them, they want to ask timeout when they're next to their mom. Your mom is about to make up that peanut butter and jelly sandwich, stupid.
Every time and then they're gonna, oh, they were so violent to these parents and these families. Nah, you're a bastard ass woman who create bastard ass children. Every time I come around, I say they bling bling. Eradicate both of them. That's God's blessings. Eradicate both of them, because all you're doing is letting bullshit continue to go to exist on this earth for them to have celebrations and stuff like that. What the fuck, they don't respect others. Every time I come around, I say bling bling. Shoot. A group of people tried to rob a FedEx truck. Think about, you are by yourself, and it's 15. You only need 2 people. One person's enough to kill you. You got 15 people robbing you. You're trying to escape. Somebody gets caught on one of the wheels, and they all screaming, banging your car from the outside. Please stop! Please stop! So I can get chopped up by y'all. Yo, humans do not get it, y'all. It's 2 parts to a mission, y'all. Pass or fail. Whatever dumb shit you do in that mission, it's 2 parts to a mission, y'all. You passed or you failed. There's no, oh, we're just playing now. It's just a prank video. You passed. You took a risk. You passed or you're dead. Did something wrong? Y'all all getting, you bet, yo. If I'm a cop there, y'all all getting arrested. And oh boy, yeah, we can make it, y'all think like he got arrested. We process the information of everything that y'all did to him, and he out of here. And the rest of y'all getting charged. Unknowingly. Y'all gonna try to act like whatever's the bullshit that y'all created in that story, and y'all all getting charged as a participant to that crime. That created that crime scenario. Stop the car, stop the car. Dude, I'm telling y'all that kids are splatting each other's heads open easier, more and more in modern day right now. That it is not a game right now. It is not a game. There's so much opportunity, to be honest, to y'all, that it's sad. But it is not a game. It is not a game. I kind of was saying this, but it's even deeper. This is we're in a re era of the 70s, 80s, y'all. And a lot of kids are gonna get caught up, which I didn't kind of understand, and I'm kind of still dumbfounded. I'm just like out the loop of that stuff, because I guess all my life, and thank God, like pills and stuff just never, drugs is just never been my thing. And I think it's because of alcohol. I never got caught up with alcohol. I think anybody I know who got caught up with alcohol probably guaranteed already messed with cocaine probably more than 3 times. If not any other kind of drugs or as well in the mix. But I'm telling y'all, alcohol is the #1 gateway drug. That's the one that has you doing the most dumbest, most spiciest, most weirdest, most whatever stuff, y'all. That's the most horrible of all situations is that. I just would never suggest it. So hey. All right. So I got the 15 minute mark. I'm gonna dap off this. We're gonna have a good day, y'all. Greetings, Earthlings.